we doing?
There's
Just
five.
discovered a new acronym for Arlo. It's what would Arlo do, otherwise known as WAD.
WAD.
You guys are all messed up. I got
we
Galtier
never
where
did cameras.
Blaylock is.
We never did cameras.
They got people all over the place. This is what happens when it's like, surprise, you're not in Mexico, and we're here
I'm in the
this
right
week.
place.
We're switching identities today.
Everyone is going to play each other's characters tonight. It's
I would be down for that.
dude.
Give
would
me,
be
give
fun.
me.
That would be
I
a
volunteer
hilarious.
as Grayson.
That would
We'd
be
have
like
to make it a one shot because we'd all die.
a
I
hilarious.
volunteer
like,
as
April
Grayson.
Fool's
Grayson decides
thing.
to stab himself.
So Drastin, I actually just saw a DM say, if you ever want to like completely mess things up for your characters and not in like a negative way, have them find a house that's a mimic house with changelings in it, who invented a machine that swaps the brains of people. So your players swap player sheets.
Oh, true.
And you guys think I'm cruel?
Why'd you give him this idea?
Because I loved it, and I want to. Yeah, Grayson, you're ready for video.
So good. Everyone's here. Well, thank you all for stopping by. We appreciate. Shout out to Jammy Munchkin and the Tiefling Bard thanks for those follows. Appreciate you being here. Got some exciting stuff before we get started here to introduce. So the first one, let me go over to my fancy little promo area, is we have a new shirt available. I have it on. Well, of course, you can't see it right now. I'll show you when we get back. But we have a new shirt available with our tokens on it. So we've got our little 8-bit or 16-bit representations of ourselves. We threw that on a shirt, and I'm in love with it. I love it. It hits so hard with me.
I like the blue.
It's purple,
I think
but
it's purple.
yep.
It's blue.
Yeah. I'm a big fan. I'm wearing it proudly right now on the black. Mike has the green, and of course we also have pink as well, and I think a gray. So
I order in the pink.
And yeah, so that's one of the new things. The other new thing, as we fade those out, is we have finally got a new logo. So starting tonight, our new logo will be replacing the old 70 Dungeons logo. Thanks for taking care of that, fanboy. So if you liked the old shirt, get them now, because by the end of this week, the logo will be replaced with this new logo design. It was drawn by our very own Grayson. And then I digitized it, colored it in, and put all that together, and freaking excited about it. I love it. It looks fantastic. Great artwork there, and it's something that's completely ours. So love having
Market.
Fanboy gave thoughts. Yeah, you did give some feedback during the color and stuff, and messing with it. Though he was like, let's not go with orange for the dice. It looks like a pumpkin. But I did some shading, and then he's like, oh yeah, I like that now. So he's very difficult to deal with. But that was Grayson's idea to go with like a bright orange, and I think it looks fantastic. Yes, he is very picky, but yes, we are going to have that. So you're going to see that logo going as we replace that throughout. Thanks again, Mike. I freaking love that. All the characters you see in the in like our little character intro video, I save like 2 were drawn by Grayson there. So very talented. He also designed our other couple shirts. So we're going to get these on a shirt ASAP, but they will replace the old original logo. So I'm super excited. Can't wait to see that. Now let me get back to our main scene. See, and I got the black. I got my black on the Edge of Darkness with our little 16-bit characters on. So Wearing it proud. I
Yeah.
love the way it looks. Though I think that the lighter colors, this would actually look better. The black, it's kind of a lot of dark colors all at once.
Yeah, they finally got back to me about the misprint. So
Did they?
I should be getting. Yeah, I should be getting the new one here soon.
Okay, fantastic. I think they're usually pretty decent to work with. So yeah, that's an exciting. That I know we're super excited about those two things. So all the other little logos will go away. So you'll see those get swapped out. Hopefully, I'll be done by next week. We will be with you next week. If Fanboy, you're gonna go with purple. You want purple for the logo one. So either way, I'm glad everyone could make it tonight because we weren't supposed to be here, but I missed it. Just being off a week was too much. Yeah, let's get into this exciting adventure.
Woo!
I've got some great stuff planned.
That you do.
Oh no.
That you guys will throw to the wolves. So let me switch over here because we are still here, and you'll see.
Vormir takes his torch and lights Castle Verminia on fire.
We do have those new characters. So the characters on the sheet are the tokens we're going to be using in the game now. It looks so good. Such a simple little thing. I found the site by accident. So yes, we're going to update the channel logo. So all right, let's get started. Let me get some music going. Probably should turn that down just a bit. All right. Where we left off, the party ventured into the domain for a very long, what was it, 2 hours? At
2.5.
least.
No,
It was a long fight.
It was a long
It was
fight.
almost the entire session.
Yeah, with a long fight with the beholder Baron Thulu. No relation to Cthulhu.
Forgot his name was
That we know of yet.
And it's not Baron Thulu, it's one word. After
Burn
going
patch.
through some chests and a fantastic failed effort at opening one of them from worst
Succeeded
thief
eventually.
ever.
Succeeded eventually.
I want you to know that I spent time looking up of how to handle people who fail multiple times on unlocking something. So, and I was like right in the same vein for what we did, but yes, you are now poised here. Galtier, you see the corpses of your furball creatures rotting or in a disintegrated state.
I think you disintegrated all of them, didn't you?
Blaylock now clothed. Your disintegrated remains of your turret have spread through the room as ash. And what would you like to do?
Moment of silence for all the fallen compatriots.
Oh, since you said that, moment of silence for the Patriots and Steelers losing
Shut
their
up.
playoff
No,
games.
no,
Just-
let's move on.
I'm sure the Bengals will be with you next week, but anyways.
It was just nice to see the Cowboys lose for the umpteenth season.
Did we figure out what the elegant sword was?
We picked up in the forge room.
The one from the forge room, you did. Yep.
Because none of us wrote it down.
It was the
I don't think-
sword of wounding.
Sort of.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
thought that was a sort
Okay.
of wounding. Okay.
Yeah, Arlo's
That's
got
what-
that.
That's what I got.
What's that? Oh, right. I forgot I handed that off to him. Okay.
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 We've
Yeah.
already gotten the sword piece off the pedestal, right?
You did. I have it marked that Grayson put it in
Yes,
his
I have it. I have it.
If we have everything from in here, I suggest we may start making our way out.
Did we identify Gloria Cinderfeld's ring?
What?
Yes, we did. We did. I will go back and find it.
I'm pretty sure you did.
We did because it was the Rams ring that Arlo
Yeah,
has.
it's the Ring of Rams. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All of that has been identified. Yes.
Yes.
It was
We got
only
everything.
1 week, guys. It was just one.
Sir, that was like
Oh, that's the whole inventory, not keeping track of inventory thing, too.
It's hard.
Oh, y'all killing me.
I agree. We need to leave as quickly as possible.
I would prefer not to be in here a moment longer than we need. Who knows what may come?
I'm sorry, that's the dumb question. Okay, so we got the 3 chests on the back side of the wall. Is that chest right next to the altar?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
It might have originally been a chest that was in the original artwork design that was not utilized later.
Just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Well, we did not encounter Westra here, so she is still at large.
She's probably flying somewhere else. You're trying to build ships for whatever she is trying to do.
Forgot she. What race was she?
Yuntai.
Okay. I'm gonna keep the spreadsheet updated.
Thank you, sir. I think we're all good to leave this room now, though.
We should make haste quickly.
I'm going to start walking towards the exit.
That may be redundant to some of you, but I wish for us to leave as quickly as possible.
You.
Out of all of us, who's looking the worst right now?
I feel pretty good for the most part.
I feel right chipper.
I'm not doing too bad.
I think everybody took some time and used some healing kits and stuff.
Yep.
You hear a rumbling as the room begins to collapse. Start running. No.
It's
Not
my
again.
teleportation cape.
All right. Would you like to make your way out?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes.
I think that's the collective thinking.
Zormer, keep an eye out for any more enemies that might be coming this way from ahead of us.
You all gonna keep an eye out too?
I never said I wouldn't. You're just in front of me right now.
Oh, okay. I will do that.
All right. You all begin making your way out. The stone hallways echo with your footsteps as they remain empty. You hear no sound of movement or commotion within these blank halls now that you've seemed to have purged its rooms of its former residents. In the back of your mind, you think of what will happen with this place as you leave. You work your way further out of the chamber and activate the barrier, opening to the outside air where it is set into the some point in the evening.
Is that still up since they all left through? Oh,
We
yeah,
went up with
we
them.
did. That's
We
right.
deactivated-
I forgot.
Nope, you're good, sir. It was something I was worried about when we were setting them out, so that's the reason I remember it.
Yep, I remember now.
Should
Hey,
we?
Chris,
Yes.
on that ring of ram, does those charges come back on a short, long rest or one or roll per day? Because it doesn't say that in the
think it
message
says it.
in the.
I think it says it somewhere.
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize.
So
I
you
vote.
deactivate the barrier and step outside. It is nighttime here. The fires of the camp that were there before have died out.
Well, we gave them our boat, so it looks like we'll be doing some swimming.
I'm sure there's gotta be boats around here somewhere. How else are all these people getting back and forth to the island all the time? And I thought that there was a patrol that was on a boat that ran around this lake.
There was. Doesn't mean they came from this island.
That is true. Are we where we're at on outside the cave? Can we see anything that may look like a port, or people would dock boats to get off and on an island?
No.
It's dark out.
You it's one, it's dark. Two, you're not exactly by the coast, so there's no indication of anything around there.
Sorry.
Should we make our way towards the coast a bit and also try to find a spot to set up camp for the night?
Don't suggest staying on the island. And it was east of us where we left our horses and steeds.
West.
Correct.
West.
Or west, yeah, I'm sorry, west. West.
So we should go back that way to retrieve them.
I'm getting in the water and swimming.
Okay. What's everyone else
Blaylock, you
doing?
got anything for
How
this?
far of a swim does it seem?
You can see the other side. It's a hefty swim, but it's not unreasonable.
Are you sure about that, Grayson? That I don't know if my little legs can kick me that far.
I'm already in the water.
He's halfway there already. He's a good swimmer.
Wait a second. I got an idea.
Unless you can walk on water.
I'll jump in the water.
Okay.
Following.
Blaylock, you got anything that might be able to make this easier?
I do. Let me see that parapet of yours.
I'll hand it to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the parapet and start to dismantle it and withdraw the magic from it, and then I'm going to take his traveling cloak. Turn around, please.
Okay.
And I'm going to infuse the cloak of the bat.
Okay.
Now, I want you, just like you did before, I want you to think of yourself as the bat flying across the waters.
I'll start thinking myself as a bat. I don't know what's going to happen, by the way.
You pull the cloak up beside you and you are a bat.
Screet.
And you fly off, leaving everyone else there as Grayson continues.
I'm going to keep an eye out above where there's where at least Grayson's swimming for any boats of possibly that passing by guards.
One second. Okay. You don't hear anyone as Grayson swims away. Grace, go ahead and give me a what's that constitute? Athletics? Sure, athletics.
16.
Fair enough. Yeah, you don't have any problem even with. It helps that you don't wear like plate. You're still carrying a lot of weight, but you're fine. Galtier, you're flitting across. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna focus on the. It's dark. Can I see the shoreline? I forget if you said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a full moon out tonight. It's illuminating. You can see the trees that are along the shoreline on the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on the closest bit of shoreline that I can see, and I'm gonna pull my cape up over my head, look at it, and then poof, teleport as far as I can towards the shoreline.
All right. You all see Zormir pull his up, almost mimicking what Galtier did. And as you do, a purplish doorway opens up, and he passes through it. Grayson, in front of you, you hear a splash. As a shadowy figure in the distance appears out of nowhere after a bright purple light and drops into the water and begins swimming.
He has no idea it's me.
No.
See, you've done this in front of me before.
Okay.
I'm the only one that you've done this in front of.
That is true.
True.
Yeah.
Putting two and two together, I would say Grayson could probably figure it out.
I'm gonna turn around and wave at Grayson and then start kicking my hardest towards the shore.
Okay, give me a acrobatics or athletics.
22.
Damn.
Jesus. Yeah, you're good. You're swimming away.
Nice.
So
You have a little
beckoning
engine.
towards.
I don't know if I could do it, Grayson. Motorboating across.
I'm now beckoning, feeling inspired. I'm beckoning towards Grayson to race me.
all right. Then there were two.
I had said I jumped in behind Grayson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Arlo. Oh dear.
With a giant
What?
splash, you hear Arlo jump into the water.
Sink
Arlo,
like a rock.
give me an athletics. I'm just saying the DC will be a little bit higher, but I don't think you should have an issue.
Not with a +10, I would hope. 21.
Okay. You see Arlo Blaylock. You see him start swimming, and it's a struggle. He's not a light boy, but he's chugging through there.
I can allow you to breathe under water. Fine. I guess I'll do this myself. I'm gonna squint to see because it's dark, right?
Yes. it is.
Moonlight.
Very dark, right? So I'm gonna jump in the water and just start casually swimming underwater, and following after, the looking up, and then looking to see if I can see the shadows, and then following them.
Did you put
But you
those
can't
back in?
Yeah, I got the ventilating lungs back in.
I know you took them out for
Yep.
something.
That was for the cloak of the bat, so that
Okay.
I could do that.
Um,
And then but this time I just took off that parapet and
Okay.
used some of the implements for a cloak.
artificers, inventory management hell. So Blaylock, he just sees Arlo splashing away, takes a deep breath, and just saunters into the water, walking along the bottom. You feel the muck on the bottom squeeze up between your toes as you
Hubs.
walk and look up. You can't really see above you because it is dark and it's deep and underwater. But after a few moments, Galtier, you're the first to reach the other side.
Go back.
Do you transform back into Galtier?
No, I'm just gonna fly around.
Okay.
Blaylock's having a mockingly good adventure.
Oh.
Not long after that, Zormir, you reach the other side. You're a little winded and a little irritated that you're cleaner than normal, but you're you made it, and you just sit there, look proudly back at those swimming across. You hear Grayson gracefully moving forward, and then you hear the heavy splashes of Arlo keeping himself above water. After a few moments there, Grayson reaches the shore, and you wait, and then out of the murky depths, you see a single horn rise out of the water, and slowly a darkened shape with seaweed hanging down over his snout.
It's a sea monster!
Blaylock, you hear, "It's a sea monster," as soon as you start cresting the water on the other side.
I'll just spit out the water. And no sea monster this time. I do wish that someone would have waited for the person who cannot see very well in nighttime before jumping into the lake.
Sorry.
They said you had to go to the bottom of the lake.
Maybe another time. I wanted to see what someone's reaction would be to these lungs. That's fine.
And you all stand there, and a few moments later, very winded, but arriving, Arlo comes splashing up onto the shore.
Ha ha! Easy.
That wasn't very winded.
And you don't see Galtier anywhere.
You don't see a bat flying around?
It's dark.
Did somebody shoot Galtier out of the sky? Look, and I'm just going to continue looking up. See if I can see him. If he happens to cross the moon.
Doing backflips across the moon.
Well, if your bat image just kind of goes across the moon,
Like a
There's something
Scooby-Doo.
Batman.
You see other bats. There's other bats out here flying, so you see some commotion. Not sure which one would be him.
I'm just gonna come up next to them and transform back.
Okay. As you're looking up, you hear, and he kind of steps forward a few times, like somebody slowing down from a fast run.
I think I'm getting used to this.
it is quite convenient.
I'll go collect some firewood.
Are we bedding down here for the night?
Where exactly did we
did
come up at versus where our horses are?
They were on the southwestern side of the lake.
And we came up on the north side of the lake?
Yep.
So the shield's right now
Yes.
on the map.
I think in the morning we should go try to find the horses.
And then those were our Telsa hen, correct?
Yeah.
4 of them were.
We had
3 of
we
them
had
were.
We had a couple non-Telsahen, right?
2
Yes.
horses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This looks like it's a good spot to spend the night. After the ordeal we've had, it's time for some sleep.
Did I ever bond with my Telsahen? I don't think I did.
No.
I think I kept failing. The only one is Zoramir, right? Yeah.
I hope
No.
Grayson
Grayson
did
did
for
too.
firewood.
Mm.
Firewood.
We should see and summon our steed and try to see if it can nuzzle along the other steeds.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now.
Well, you no.
I'll summon mine.
Bring the others.
Yeah, and I'll try and just think about like the my Telsahen and try to send the image of it like kind of moving around the other horses.
I'll try and do the same, knowing that I have a bit of a stronger connection to my Telsahen.
Okay.
I'll get a fire going.
All right. You and Grayson go and find some dry wood and put together a campfire, lighting it up and using the fire to dry off your clothes as you take a rest from your eventful journey into the island. Who's doing what?
I'm gonna bring out my my staff.
Okay.
Leo, we have survived. Can you believe it?
Honestly, no.
That doesn't sound like Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit higher pitched.
Yeah.
You guys can't hear him at all. This is
Oh,
Alright.
True.
Listen,
All
I
right,
lost
he's only
all
talking
my
to
settings
me.
when I swapped computers, so I'm still adjusting some.
yeah. Don't worry, Zoramir. He still loves you just as much as he used to.
Oh, I know he does.
Yeah.
It's giving you winks once in a while.
Hi, hey, buddy.
How did you let him live?
Leo, I have a confession. I have not been very good about working on this wonderful
You really
the
think I didn't
restoration of
notice?
this.
Yeah, like, I thought you forgot about me here. I thought we were friends and that we were going to restore my work that I only spent hundreds of years putting together. But
I understand.
I'm not sure you do.
Have you seen what we have had to deal with?
I've been in a bag.
Well, I mean, if you want to be honest.
there were this what we have dealt with is much worse than your escapades in an orc's rectum.
I don't think I agree, but if you say so.
What is it that is our immediate concern? The length approximation supplement eradication rod that is still in disrepair, correct?
Yep, you just need one more gem.
Just that fire opal, right?
Yep.
And I'm saying this out loud to Leo. Okay. Now, the prong extension. What is it that I need for that?
Yeah, it looks like we just need to fix it. The prongs have been bent out of shape and just need to do a little bit of work.
Good. No gems needed. Good. And the battery?
It just needs everything reconnected.
Good. That's easy enough. And we still need to find a jade and carnelian, correct?
It looks that way.
Right. The next town that we encounter, I'm going to go out of my way to find and finish up the repairs of this glorious artifact you've allowed me to use.
I sure am glad you're not getting paid by the hour.
I would be waiting a very long time for a paycheck now, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I'd be waiting a long time. Anyways,
Oh, thank you, Leo. Then I'm just going to start working on the prong extension.
Okay. Roll it up.
Do I have? I believe I have one flash of genius left. Nope, I don't. All right, here we go. No flash of genius. 17.
That is not a success.
Ooh.
Freaking kidding me?
17?
Dude, that's the best natural thing I've rolled.
All right.
All check.
Was that with
Wow.
your
Hey,
intelligence modifier?
That's with the intelligence modifier.
Brutal.
That's fine. Yeah, it's a high bar.
So
I'm just going to continue working on it for the next several hours.
Shit, I have to like
Galtier has
roll like a
unnatural
19.
Yeah.
For successes now, so
What was that, Arlo?
did
Galtier has unnatural healing.
okay.
Blanco got it, gave it to him.
All right.
Well, thank you, sir. Was that 30?
I do not have that up. So if somebody says something,
Yep, we'll
just
get
let
it.
me know, please. Hopefully, my internet will be upgraded here this weekend.
Good. All right, so everyone sees Blaylock working away on his staff. I'll just go down the list. Arlo, doing anything?
Not right this moment, no.
Okay. Grayson?
Okay, a couple things. I'm going to pull out the sending stone.
Okay.
Lucidia, we are on our way to Castle Verminia. I need you to meet us there. Bring someone you trust. Meet at the Broken Spoke. The owner, Preston Pridesworth. Or what is it? Yeah, Pridesworth. Knows who I am. Wait for me.
A few moments pass by. Well, it will be good to see you again. It will take me some time. See you there.
Please.
And then I will work on sharpening.
Roll it up.
X.
Did you mention you'll have your own room at the inn?
It's not an inn, so don't worry about
Locked
it.
in boots.
What was your roll?
I'm trying to roll it now. There. That's a failure.
Okay. You're still exhausted from your travels and the chain. Looking at the chain, it's definitely taken some damage over these things you're fighting. It's banged up. So, all right. Well, you work at that. Galtier.
I believe I have the book I can still read. I got like a little bit left in it.
You have a few things left in it. Yep.
Okay, I want to read that.
All right. Let me.
Also, Bill, what do I have now? You took the parapet of wound closure, and I now have the cloak of the bat.
Well, for right now, you have a cloak, but you know that is all. I have removed the parapet from you for right now, so that you can utilize a cloak.
I know. I just want to make sure my inventory is good.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, you have one that you've started reading already, so you can continue
Okay.
reading on that one. How many hours do you want to read?
Ooh, 2.
Okay.
And I'll take a watch too.
right. That completes your knowledge of the rite of the Oracle. And
Must be nice.
I will send that to you.
I'm not
Believe
a smart man. I
he's
can't
got a
read
far
long
way to
books.
go as well. You're actually much closer than you think. So there. Not you. You're screwed.
Thank you, sir. Wow.
You're taking all the easy stuff. You still got a lot of other stuff to do. All right.
I know.
So you crack open a book, and that leaves us with Zoramir. What are you doing?
I am going to reattune to my bracers of flying daggers, and after I have done that, I am going to take them and try and hunt some of the croaking frogs for a little snack.
All right. So you see Zoramir kind of focus in on something he's pulled out of his backpack. He slides it in, and then he just kind of disappears into the night. And you hear, and there's one less croaking thing. And you hear almost like a little voice go, "Yes!" All right. Who is... Galtier, you mentioned you're going to do watch.
I'll do
Mhm.
one.
And Arlo. Okay.
I will take first, Arlo. You can get some rest.
Okay. Everyone lies down for the evening, falls into a deep sleep. Go ahead and roll it up, Galtier, for your first one.
Perception. Solid 13.
You keep an eye out. You don't hear the splashing of oars or of boats going by. Just the frogs croaking in the night air. It's a welcome change to the chaos that you've been through lately. And you kind of reflect on the things that have happened since you've joined this band of adventurers. While you sleep, Zoramir, you hear...
Oh.
Oh, Zoramir.
Yes?
Zoramir. How have you been?
Good. We had that big battle. Well, did you see that? I don't know what you see quite exactly.
Oh, I see everything.
Everything?
Yes, everything.
Oh, I don't like that.
Hmm.
Well, I apologize in advance for what you have seen.
You worry me sometimes. Some of the comments to those who were imprisoned were harsh.
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything harsh.
You told one of them you were there to kill them.
Well, I wasn't really. I was just having a good practical joke. You know, the feeling of freedom will feel that much sweeter after they thought they had impending death.
We really need to work on you.
I don't get what you mean, but if you have something in mind, I guess I'm always open to advice.
As my power grows, I need you to be more like me.
Never met you. I don't really know what that means.
It means we look at the right thing to do, the non-selfish thing. You gave a gem to one of the prisoners. That's a good start.
What does selfish mean?
For yourself, you have to think of others first.
That seems weird.
It's going to take some work. I have been in Arlo's family blade for generations. And I have seen many wielders of the blade. And yet, I've never seen one like you.
that a good thing? That makes me feel special.
No. It's not a good thing. You are definitely special.
Oh, thank you.
You start feeling your hands clench up and scales from your arms begin to expand down, covering your hands. You see your nails extend a bit.
Ooh.
I have given you a gift. Make sure it's used for the right things.
What's the gift? I can claw things?
If the need arises.
Examine my new nails and kind of claw at a tree.
You've been in forests and messed around, and when you claw at the tree, it's strange because there's not much resistance as the claws tear through the wood.
Ooh. After I feel the very satisfying claw, I kind of almost like a cat on a scratching post, make a few digs at it.
Galtier, you hear Zormir over by one of the trees, and you just hear.
The hell are you doing over there?
I have something to tell you all in the morning. Go back to your watch for now.
Oh, Zormir. Galtier, do you get up and investigate, or you?
Nah, I'm just gonna keep looking, keep watching other stuff. It's just Zormir being Zormir.
Okay.
I am gonna hold you to telling us in the morning.
I'll do that as a just kind of half paying attention to him. Say that sort of Arlo's. I feel bad that he's not as connected to it as he used to be. Is there anything we could do to make it more special to him? I figure you said something about being good. I think that would be a good deed, wouldn't it? I don't know if you have any ideas.
You hear nothing else from Rathier.
Rathier? Oh. These voices in my head, I just can't keep them around. And I'll slouch off back into the darkness and try and catch frogs with my new nails.
Okay. Gautier, you just hear the every now and then the crunch of a stick as footsteps. You get alarmed, but nothing happens. You don't get too concerned because you saw Zormir clawing at a tree earlier, or doing something to a tree.
I think he got into the bath salts.
Zormir, you eventually
Who's
get
got
tired.
bath salts? Who's been holding out?
Zormir, you eventually just kind of get tired and crash just into the leaves, and fall asleep. Galtier, your time passes, and it's time to wake Arlo up.
Arlo, time to get up. The only odd thing is Zormir was clawing a tree, but he said he would tell us in the morning what happened.
Clawing a tree.
It was a very interesting sight. I think getting clean by taking the swim has made him panic a bit.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for him.
All right.
Okay.
Altair, you fade asleep, thinking of this new knowledge that you learned in your book. Arlo, go ahead and roll up a perception.
Oh, 15.
Okay. You take in the night air. Feels good to be outside. It's very peaceful here and almost meditative as you focus your inner being into yourself and take in the surroundings, almost heightening your hearing where you can catch any noise, but there is no noise as you keep watch. But Grayson, as you sleep in your slumber, you awaken suddenly and jump to your feet. And you grab for your whip, but it's not there.
What?
What witchery is this?
You look around and you see everyone lying around the fire, all of them sleeping quietly, even Arlo. None of them moving. Not even Grayson. As you look down and see yourself lying by the fire, asleep. A few moments later, in the stillness of the night, as you take in what you're seeing, you hear, "Boy, you won't find it by accusing all of them." And you feel a heavy thud pushing you forward as a familiar large figure places his hand on your shoulder.
Where have you been?
You turn and see Adonias Harker standing behind you. "Oh, you know, I got things to do. Got to keep the wife happy." And he kind of bends close to you and squints his eyes down into your face. "So, tell me, boy, who are these ragtag adventurers you travel with?"
They're the family I've come to know in my travels.
"You? Family?"
No. It's not like me at all. But I am so close to getting the rest of the sword pieces.
Well, does this family of yours, does it have any, do they have names?
This one is Arlo. The big one, Blaylock. That's Gaultier. And I don't see Zormir.
You don't see Zormir.
That halfling is a pain in my ass.
They all are. Even in my day. And
Don't
as
always get along, but they're the family I have right now.
you notice as he's talking to you that he has your whip pinned to his side. You know that family is more than just being bound by blood. It seems you've learned that. It's those we choose to surround ourselves with. And a Harker, we must understand this more than any other. Often we find ourselves alone, Nothing at all, but that's no way to live. You know that, right?
I do now. I have learned that mother and father are probably still alive, being tortured. My brother as well.
You know, when we're in situations like this, the life expectancy of a Harker isn't long. How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I never really thought about it. I didn't expect for half of us to disappear without a trace.
That's why it's so important. You have to cherish what you have here. In the end, it may be all you have left.
It's been a long time. I need to send word back to Sasha. I'm sure she's worrying.
You have family left, sister. Hold them close. Do you even remember where last she was?
Home.
Ah, home. And he reaches up and just elbows you with this massive arm. He's huge in comparison to you, and shoves you over. Well, I see you've done something to my design. And he holds the whip up and looks over it.
I've tried. It's been hard.
And as you talk, he quickly sets a foot down between your leg and just pushes you to the ground and starts laughing. And he pulls a flask hidden away under his inner tunic and unscrews it and takes a big drink. He wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, puts the lid back on the flask. Ah, boy, you make me laugh. But you really don't understand what I built here.
I've been trying to figure out the uses of this thing. I've been putting it to good use, though. I've smited quite a few demons.
I can see. You've tore this up. Gotta take care of your things.
I will try to do better.
And you see him kind of staring at the whip handle again. There's the problem. And he begins rubbing the upper cross guard of the whip. I never understand what you children do to my things since I've left. So stained with blood of demons. You just can't see this stuff anymore. And after he stops rubbing on the cross guard there, you see a glowing rune begin emitting from the cross guard. And it illuminates his face with a pale green light. Ah, there you are.
It's not like this thing came to me with a manual.
You're a Harker, boy. Expect you to have wits about you.
So did my parents, and see where that got me.
He takes it and he binds up the chain and tosses it over to you. Would you try to keep it clean this time?
I look at where the rune was.
You see it's all polished, clean, where before it was like a faded copper color. It's now like a bright bronze gold. And you see the rune inset glowing lightly now, not as powerful it was before. And he looks down at you. Remember what we talked about family. And he motions to the party resting. And also, if you see my wife Drana, you didn't see me drinking this flask, right?
Saw nothing.
And a big smile crosses his face as he winks at you and begins to slowly fade into the ether. And your body jerks and you awaken. See Arlo sitting there in a meditative state, keeping a watch out over the party.
I see we've lost Zoamir again.
He's out there somewhere. I've not heard anything.
That's scary.
Well, he's not screaming and crying, so who knows?
I start going through my stuff. About
Okay.
this problem you have seeing in the dark. Try these on for size. And I toss him the night vision goggles.
That is nice.
You're asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. I thought you
dreaming.
gave them to me. Oh,
No.
Wake
I'm
up,
outta here.
Minotaur.
yeah. I'm going back to bed. You guys suck.
Yeah. So I'll try them on.
As you put them on, the world illuminates in light grays. You see light gray images of frogs and rabbits skittering in the distance. It's a welcoming sight compared to what you were dealing with before.
This is very nice. Thank you, Sir Grayson. This will definitely come in handy.
Until you figure out another way. I would
don't know.
suggest looking into something like this when you get a chance.
Are
But
you
until
going to
then-
need them?
Currently not at the moment.
Okay. Well, much appreciated. This will help me find monsters faster.
Just be careful with them. They were kind of pricey.
Definitely. Is it almost morning time, DM?
Yeah. As you're talking there, the sun begins to rise in the distance.
I'm going to... Sir Grayson, if you want to wake everybody up, I'm going to go see if we can find our little pain in the ass halfling.
Right.
I'll wander back towards the group once I awaken to the morning.
As you stand up, Blaylock and Zoramir, your Talsahins come trotting up.
Yeah. Did you have a good night there, Zormir? Wherever it is you went?
I need to be AFK for a second.
I had a interesting night, and yes, in the spirit of not keeping secrets anymore. Well, check it out. It's kind of cool. And I hold up my hands.
You see,
Nice.
Oh, that's That's new.
That's some real nails.
Yeah,
Of course,
Hold
the-
mine
You
up.
get those.
Of
Kind of
course, the
look.
scales are now, golden white in color, not the black scales that he had before.
You are starting to look like mine.
Yeah, Harathir gave this to me. I can claw like nothing else now. This might come in handy in battle. Or if we need to dig a hole.
Yeah, you need. They do come in handy. They do come in handy. So
I'm gonna go over and greet my Telsa hen and give it a stroke on its mane.
Okay. You walk over to it, and it brings its head down and nuzzles into you and almost knocks you over because it's quite larger than you. And you just kind of pet its leg as best you can. Blaylock, you're roused by yours standing over you.
Friend, I'm gonna come over there and give him a good pat, and then try and see if I can develop a connection with him, deeper
Okay.
connection with him.
Roll it up.
For some reason, all I'm thinking of is Avatar, where you like connect your hair thing to their thing.
Can I use Flash of Genius?
Yeah,
20.
I think that's what you need.
Is it?
It's on the creature.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yep.
All right. You finally feel your mind meld with the creature after all these months. You've come in tune with nature.
I can feel its mind even deeper. Soramir, this is wonderful.
About time, Blaylock. I'm glad you finally achieved this.
If I were trying to bond with a metal artifact, that would be much easier than with this creature with thoughts.
I would have great difficulty with that.
Cam, how do I roll 1d3?
D6 and cut the number in half.
So do you round up or round down?
It's whatever the number is.
3.
Then it's a 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 is 1, 2, 3 again.
Oh, I see.
All right. Morning is here. 2 of the Talsa hens are here.
No steeds, I guess.
Galtier, let me
sir.
see that cloak.
Give him the cloak back.
And here, I assume you likely want your parapet back.
Only if you have no use for it.
I do not. I have you to stand guard to ensure that I do not meet an untimely demise.
You might have a punching
How long
bag
does
now?
it take for you to do that stuff?
And when I infuse it, it's instant.
Yeah, but it's an hour to attune to it for everyone else.
For everyone else. Yeah. So, all right. So you now have the parapet again.
Okay.
Now,
I will let you
Galtier,
deal with it.
thinking on our last encounter with that ugly ball of slime with tentacles, you had quite a difficult time assisting us. I can give you the ability to attack at range, but it will come at a cost. I will need some non-magical armor. It does not matter. The higher the quality, the better, because you are constantly in the fray. But I may be able to assist with that inefficiency you have, if anything decides to start taking wings.
Well, I need to get this armor repaired, so when we go to the armorer, we can see if there's something that is of equal or better quality than this to try that with.
I am up for anything to help us survive. We continue to fight and deal with creatures well beyond our capacity. We somehow managed to survive, but barely. And I would like
cost us
to
3 pets.
I would like to be ahead of the curve rather than behind, and by some miracle be able to make it out alive.
Agree. I think once we get to Verminia, we need to take a breather. Things have been going way too quickly.
Yes.
And we're not quite prepared for the unknown.
I know I would like to get more potions as well. There's some things I need to pick up when we go there, along with finding Melu again.
Well, we also found a name. I'm not sure how much to believe from the Beholder, but he did mention someone named Kithrin being one of his associates. That may be something to look into as well.
It would be a good starting point when we get there.
Said that they were going to be at Castle Verminia. Either way, repairs need to be made. Last night I contacted Lucidia to meet us there. We need to talk strategies. We need to see how far she's come with gathering the armies of the people of this island. We can't just barge into the castle and demand anything from the king. We're going to have to dress the part. We're going to have to find an inn.
Speaking of getting into the city, Zormir, are you gonna be able to get in this? You think you're gonna be able to get in the city with those claws and scales like you have them?
Do they not allow that in the city? I thought this was a place where the folk of the entire island came and traveled
There's a lot
through.
of people there, but you might still draw attention.
Well, are all of you willing to back me up?
Then I'll get attention too.
You
need
are
to be mindful. There are lots of rules and laws. They are very strict.
No pranks?
Definitely no pranks right now.
Unless you want to find yourself in the dungeon, I suggest you be on your best behavior while inside the walls of the city.
I can still sneak around at night into people's bedrooms, though, right?
No.
This is going to be tough.
There's
Fines
buildings
are hefty.
for that.
Prison sentences are hefty.
Yeah, I mean, as we showed in Breckenstore, though, we can just get out of that easy enough.
Apparently you don't even remember your own past stories. The kingdom is not going to look so kindly on halflings.
Put your circlet on. That little thingy changes you. You still have it, don't you?
I do. Maybe I'll try stepping my best foot forward going into the city, and instead of starting it off with mind games.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
I'm just saying, these are not people to be taken lightly. they have no problem taking your freedoms and throwing you in jail.
Are we sure we want to go to this place? It sounds pretty scary.
Only if you misbehave. You're walking into somewhere that Galtia and I have much experience with. This is not some farm town.
All right. Well, I guess if I start doing something that could get the guards angry at me, just let me know, please.
Well, sneaking off by yourself is probably a good starting point.
Okay.
Don't
sneak
do
off.
it.
Don't sneak off. Don't sneak off, Stormer. Don't do it. Okay. Don't sneak off.
Do we want to get the other horses? And I believe only one Tallahan is still down there before we make our way to the castle.
My Talhan is still down there. If you want your horses, we need to go that way. That's one of the reasons why I didn't bother last night.
Oh,
Hopefully, it won't take too long to get down there. Only, what, three of us really need to go.
No, we should all go.
The horses or the Tallahan can hold 2 each, right?
Ken.
It only took us, what, a couple hours to even walk this to begin with, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I vote we just make our way down now to get them.
So we'll say it takes in total 2 hours to go down, get them collected, get everybody suited up, and heading toward castle. Fair enough?
Yep.
fair.
I'm going to attune to the Sunblade on our ride back north.
Okay.
I'm going to attune to the crystal longsword and reattune to the, if I have time, to pair up the wound closure on the way down.
All right.
I'll do the same thing for my longsword.
You focus on the weapons as you best you can. It may take you a little longer since you're riding. As you head toward the famous Castle Verminia, place you've heard about many times, but most of you have not been. And as you ride closer and closer, in the distance you see the spires of the great city rise into the sky. The red-tiled roofs of the large stone towers reach out toward the heavens as large griffins swoop overhead with their riders bearing lances. The shadows fly over you. Zormir, you're just in awe of seeing that alone. You can hear in the far distance the din of the crowd.
AFK.
Okay. Even moments away from the gate, revealing the environment that permeates the walls of the central hub of all of Drakenwald. The large stones of the walls that surround the city show signs of battles of ages past, and the smoothness of the stone of weather over generations. This city has stood for quite some time as the beacon of hope for the island. You begin passing carts of local residents outside the cities, traveling about their day to nearby homesteads outside the walls. As you get closer, on the far eastern side of the city walls, rising the highest in the distance, you see Castle Verminia itself, an impressive fortification that has stood the test of time. Its dark stone stands silhouetted against a bright blue sky, and from the distance appears as if a blade has never touched its stone. You hear some of the sounds of the city as you approach closer.
This town, city is so huge.
It is.
Watch your
Never-
items closely while you're here.
Never let them say that man doesn't have an ego.
As you approach the gates, you see two watchful guards standing at attention, speaking to anyone entering the city. Their silver armor, lined with a gold brim, glints in the sunlight. Their chest is emblazoned with an image of the head of a dragon painted in deep reds. Their long halberds stand at attention, discouraging any sort of trouble or problems that may occur. As you get even closer to them, you can see their eyes behind slitted helmets that have a large plume of red feathers jutting up from the top of the helmets that sway in the gentle breeze. They look at you as you approach. Welcome to Castle Verminia. We ask that you obey all our local laws that are found in our code edict. If you need a copy of those laws, they can be provided to you at no additional charge. Have a safe and pleasurable stay within the walls.
I have a copy of that.
No
I do
problem.
as well.
You have a copy of that, you said? Or would you like to have a copy of that?
Can I have a copy
Yes.
of that?
And that's what I thought. And he reaches behind and kind of looks at all of you. We really don't have a place for those creatures here. They're much too large, and points at the Talsahin.
That's fine. They are good on their own out here.
I'll go over there and give my my steed a good scratch, and a slap on the rear end, and tell him to go and
Into the sunset.
yes.
All right. As long as they don't bother the people of the city, that's fine. That's fine. If not, if we hear reports of attacks or any kind of nuisance, you will be charged a fine. You have been instructed on the code edict. And they grab...
How large is the fine?
It's all listed in the code edict. And he reaches behind him, and there's a cutout in the wall itself. And then you see a bunch of small, tightly rolled scrolls, and kind of looks at all of you, counts all of you, and hands you each one of them, even Grayson. There you go. Please take time to read those, and if you're planning on staying for a while or choosing to live in the great city of Castle Verminia, please register at the local magistrate's office as a resident of the city. Are there any questions? Will there be any trouble?
I do not.
No trouble at all.
Foresee any trouble.
I was gonna say about all the trouble will be ending up in death or floggings. So we will be of no trouble.
We run a tight ship here, but we are happy to have you stay. Zormir, do you have gloves on or anything?
I don't have gloves on now.
I thought
Aren't they invisible? But yeah.
I thought the gloves of thievery were taken. Or am I No, I'm thinking of something else.
No, I don't think. Well, if you're talking about an infusion, you don't have any gloves of thievery for me.
Yeah, I don't have gloves of thievery. Oh, I did. I put the bracers of flying daggers on, but that's not a glove.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have gloves.
You see him look down at your hands and look up at you. If you're not well, we do have some of the best medical services on the island. Feel free to visit the local places here and don't cause any problems.
Well, I feel the best I've ever felt. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure. Is there any questions? Can I welcome?
Any news of things? Anything out of place?
The city is happy, healthy, and the king and the queen are doing well. Thanks for asking.
What
Hey,
about
you look kind of familiar to me. Have you been here before?
I have.
Ah, you understand.
Any news from Fort Tenebris?
We've had a few scouts come down, but nothing major. It seems like all the problems from the water have subsided for now. That's good news.
That's very good news.
Though there's been reports of storms brewing in the south, on the other side of the desert.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Kind of weird thinking about storms in the desert, but this is Drakenwald, as you know.
I think that would be all.
Well, in that case, stay happy, stay healthy, and don't cause any problems. Welcome to Castle Verminia.
Is there a map for this town or castle?
Hold on. We'll say it's on the other side of the edict you were given, because it's full service here in Castle Verminia.
Castle Verminia. No idea why we wouldn't have to come here.
I could give you some ideas, but all right, let me put that up for new home viewers here. Here we go. You are entering the south entrance.
Okay.
Right outside of Tinder's Den. All right, you enter into the town, or massive city here. Everyone but Galtier and Grayson, you're kind of taken aback at the sheer scale of this place. Portstown was big. You'll remember the map from Portstown. But this is easily 5 times or more bigger than Portstown. This is a massive place. Buildings rise everywhere, and people of all types just litter the streets. It's a constant state of commotion. It's awe-inspiring seeing this place.
Well, looking at this map, I think the first place we need to go is get an ale. For the couple days we've had, we deserve it.
This place just... Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I feel like it's so easy to blend in. I kind of want to explore and see what hidden passages there are. Okay, no. Maybe an ale would be good.
Ale is not dangerous. No flogging for drinking an ale.
Unless you drink too many.
True. I know just the place. And I will
Lead
start
on.
heading towards the Broken Spoke.
Okay. You walk down the large cobblestone streets. Carts pass by. A few local folks who live around the castle shout out to buy fruits and vegetables that they grow as you pass rather pleasant buildings. And you turn the corner after you pass the main hub of activity and begin heading toward the docks. And the mood changes quite quickly as you see ships coming into the docks. You hear the dock workers singing a tune. A very large ship is currently docked there, very ornately garnished and painted deep reds and purples, and you see folks unloading those ships. And then the streets get quite a bit less cared for, and the establishments nearby are in various states of disrepair. And you go around, you follow Grayson, as some of the people you see are cloaked and kind of leaning against buildings, torn cloaks. It seems to be a little bit seedier side of town. He leads you to a door that's nearly off its hinges, and above it you see the sign, The Broken Spoke, and you see the image of a wheel missing a couple spokes on it, and you can hear a light commotion coming from the inside of the tavern itself.
Was this someplace you've been before, Grayson? You know well?
I've spent many a night here. This is where I got most of my contracts to keep the roads between here and Fort Tenebris safe.
Very good. So I'm going to assume they have good ale then.
Well,
Is it wet?
it's wet. And this is one of the better places to speak openly without prying ears.
Very good. Well then let's do this. I am thirsty and hungry.
Well, don't get your hopes up too high, but I opened up the door.
So this isn't going to be close to what we had in the Dead Spokes then.
No.
What was the name of that ale that I drank and it was gut fire? That was bad.
Well, at least this won't knock you off your ass and make you blinded drunk.
Still have some of Yick's brew there in my backpack if this doesn't fancy your taste buds.
That's
Have a
what
Navani muffin.
This is just a starting point, gentlemen.
All right, let's go in.
All right. You step inside the Broken Spoke. Characteristically, as you open the door, it just creaks on its hinges, and you walk inside, and as dark as it is inside, the light behind you silhouettes you in the doorway, and the music stops, and everyone that's in there, sunken faces and eyes, turn and look at who's walking in the variety, and they just stare. You see old ship wheels turned over for tables, barrels for chairs. This place stinks of fish and old salt water, and there's just a hint of mold everywhere. A long, semi-broke down bar rests on the far side of the room, and behind it you see a hulking creature with long hair, from what you can tell. And as you walk in and the door closes behind you, the hulking creature turns around, and you hear doom, doom, as he walks towards you.
You son of a bitch! I told you to never come back here again!
And you see him reach out
I
with a
thought
massive
you were just kidding.
clawed hand, grabbing Grayson by the throat and easily lifting him up in the air. Grayson, you're struggling for air as this lion-like creature with massive teeth and a big white mane and a large eye patch over one eye stares deeply into Grayson's eyes.
You haven't gotten rid of this piece of shit tavern.
That hurts. You know my mother left me this. Grayson!
And he brings you in and gives you a big hug.
It's good to see you again, Preston.
I thought you'd be dead by now.
So did I. Let me introduce you. These are my friends.
Well, now I know you're joking. Grayson doesn't have friends. How much do you have to pay him?
I'm slinking behind Blaylock.
I believe the last was 5%, right, Grayson?
5%.
Blaylock, you hurt my feelings. I haven't asked for any money in months.
You have not. The bill is still DP. My dear friend has protected us as we stumble our way across this island.
Well, at least you got someone near him so it makes him look a little better.
Hey,
Well-
no, I only piss myself every once in a while.
Did he ever tell you some of the stories? This one time, there was this Yuntai, myself, and there's another time for that story. Come on in.
Appreciate
Interesting
your
friend
hospitality.
you have here, Grayson.
Let's just say trying to find friends here in the city is very difficult.
I still say
Chippers in.
calling this guy your friend is maybe a little exaggeration on the word. He'd turn and run
That's
for the
hurtful.
highest bidder.
Not the Grayson that I know. He would lay down his life for any of us and has done so.
Blaylock, you know better than that.
I mean,
This
you've
guy-
come a
Zormir.
Did he ever tell you
and I
about
have
the...
had a rocky relationship. We'll say that.
Did he ever tell you about the Kinku job? Come on, Grayson.
I hate those birds. Anyway, seems you're still doing poorly here.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. The income's good, the company's bad, but that hasn't changed much. Got a little brighter when you stopped coming in, but the money got a little less in my pocket.
Well, let's remedy that for now.
Now you're speaking my language. He's gonna open up that infamous tight pouch of his and throw some coins down, eh?
First round's on me.
What?
Ooh, big spender.
I'll take 2.
Okay.
You're lucky I even pay for this swill.
He comes back and with 6 ales. Well, Grayson, you know, that'll be 20 copper. 20 one's on the house, of course.
Well, I put down a gold. Just keep them coming.
Oh, big spender. He must have really swindled you all out of this. So, well, shut up, Grayson. The rest of you. How'd you come to know a guy like this?
He was the town drunk in Portstown.
That sounds right.
We were the highest bidder.
We were.
You were the only bidders.
Like I said, we were the highest bidder. The only one's desperate enough to take you.
And
Those are
who are you? Preston is what they call me. What are you? And he peers down at Zoramir.
I take a small step back. You can call me Z or Zoramir. I'll take either.
All right.
Just not the little one.
Hands look a little rough. Little bit of oyster oil on those. Smooth them right up.
No, they've never felt better, actually. Thank you.
Okay, if you say so. Just don't be bleeding all over my food. And you? And he turns and looks at Arlo.
I'm Arlo.
Where do you come from?
I come from my mom. Where do you come from?
I've grown up in Castle Verminia all my life. No reason to leave. Plenty of reasons to stay.
Yeah, I feel that way too now. Just traveling around, learning the life, finding good ale. This is good ale, right?
Nope.
No.
You work with what you got. He turns
What
toward,
is it that you got?
and he turns toward you, Galtier, as you say that. Not much. You work. You know the real mark of a good ale is the water you use, and let's just say the water here isn't real great. And who are you?
I'm Galtier.
Galtier.
Came across this band of adventurers up north. They helped me slay some wyverns.
Oh, I bet that cost you a pretty penny.
Not me. The town that was paid me to kill them. That cost them double.
Grayson, seems like you got some competition here.
Well, to each their own. He fights one thing, I fight another. It works out in the end.
As long as you benefit, right? That's the way it's always been.
That's how one survives.
Did he ever tell you about the time we dressed up this half-oaker in a wig and a dress? He was passed out drunk. We put him in the... Another time.
Can't keep.
All these stories are going to end.
Preston.
And you, Minotaur. I don't see your kind much.
Blaylock Jeffrey Rayburn. I hail from the Two Rivers tribe.
Never heard of it.
It is not on this island. I have come across your friend, and I'll look at him questioningly. Like I had mentioned in Portstown, and he has been a good friend to me and my compatriots here.
You know, I don't even know how he got to Portstown. But last I heard, before it was called Swamp of No Hope, it was just the Forest of Lost Hope. But this guy came through there getting drunk and pissing everywhere, and now it's a swamp.
Oh, dear.
Think about that next time
Yes.
you're up that way.
Preston. I took the jobs from you. I did the jobs. Have I ever disappointed?
No, never disappointed.
We lost Zoramir.
Yes, camera is having issues.
You can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
So what brings you back into this ogre swill of a town?
Lots of things. We needed some repairs. We need to do some upgrades, some downtime. Need to figure out a way to gain audience with the king and queen.
Oh, is that it? Well, good luck there. They've had the castle locked up tighter than ever lately. Security measures, they say.
Yeah, you would have your ear to the ground. What kinds of things have been going on here? City Guard were not very forthcoming.
Well, I wouldn't
asked.
imagine. They're not going to air their laundry here. But to them, they may not know anything. As you might remember, the warlock guilds or syndicates are getting a bit more active, so to speak, with each other. But I don't know what's going on, but the tower seems to be being overly cautious.
Grayson, can you turn your camera off for a minute? Fiddle, you didn't have to.
I'm also looking for someone who could do some searching for me. There's a person of interest.
Well,
I'd like to
around
see if he's still in town or not.
who's missing?
Not sure they're missing.
No, that's
Her
the name
name
of the
was-
place. It's called Who's Missing.
Oh shit!
It's a new place, but you know, whatever. Find them over in the shops district with everything else.
Do we happen to know who runs it?
Harvey Stiffeather.
Stiff feather.
Pretentious little bastard, but evidently does good work.
Is that your Kenku friend?
And you're good now, Grayson.
No. No.
I just want you to know that I will be expecting one or two people coming into town in the near future. I told them to come here and talk to you, and you'd be able to come and get me.
Oh, sure, yeah. I you know me, always running the messenger service out of the back room.
You know what I mean, Preston.
Sometimes, Grayson, you cost me more money and problems than what it's worth.
This should not be a problem.
Yeah, well, if she's pregnant,
Grayson.
I'm not taking care of it. It ain't my kid. Anyways.
Grayson, who are you expecting?
You guys heard me talk.
Did you?
We're all sitting there. It was the city.
Depends off.
Ah, okay. I remember.
So I had to talk, right? That's not something I just can do in my mind. I thought I had to speak out loud.
I thought that was something you did in your mind. I didn't know that was something that was verbal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to speak it out.
Do you all grab the ale?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It tastes terrible. I mean, you can tell that it's alcohol, but it's just bad.
After the first few glasses, you don't mind it so much.
First few glasses?
This
I am very small, Grayson.
Like I said, we can talk openly here. There are two other taverns that we can potentially go to. There's also 3 different inns. The problem is, the nicest one, we're not getting into. Not dressed like this. So, I suggest the first few days we come up with some plans, go get some things taken care of, and then maybe move up our station in the sleeping and living areas.
Well, you know the old boot will always take you in. You don't mind having a little water where you sleep. Maybe some rats.
That's rather unpleasant.
It depends. Just save you a gold or two.
Oh dear.
Don't worry. We don't have to stay there. There's also the Tendra's Den.
Oh, I see. I see. You're all gonna find out who the real Grayson is now. Yeah, go over to Tinder's Den.
It's not like that.
Oh, it's exactly like that.
At least it's beds and not hay on the ground.
Oh, it's beds. Company included.
Galtia, back me up. You've lived in this town.
Anything's better than the old. I'm not one who likes to have water.
Oh, you might be able to pay extra and get one above the water line.
I'm pretty sure we are by going to Tendra's Den.
Oh,
Just saying.
yep.
Besides, I think Z had got his fill of frogs last night. I don't know if he wants any more rats.
You guys want a frog? I have plenty in my bag.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's interesting, but to each their own. Got a skin condition like that? I don't even ask.
They're quite tasty cooked right.
Does anyone remember who Baron Thulu wanted us to speak to here?
That's who I'm referring to when I say we need to have someone looking into it that's not Oz.
Yes. We also have our friend who we rescued from the cave, who was a seamstress here, correct?
There was
The dwarf? The actress.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought she was a seamstress. Okay, an actress.
I don't know how much help any of those 3 would be. Galtia's sister's really the only one that I'm even remotely interested in.
And I'll need to travel around town, see if I can find her.
Is there a place where she would frequent?
She told me to go to her old hiding spot. Her old playing spot when we were kids.
Ah.
However, some stuff has changed since then. I don't remember exactly where it was.
Preston, if you could, we could use some food.
Sure, I'll give you the house special.
Oh dear.
And he turns and
heads back into the back.
Don't eat the special.
It can't be any worse than this ale.
Hey, if it's all you can pay for, that you drink it.
No. No. I'm not really thirsty anymore.
Like I said,
Sorry.
this is a place of more information. Sometimes you catch your city guard off duty drunk with a long, long story.
Would you excuse me for a moment? I think I might recognize somebody, possibly.
So let us know if you need anything.
I will be just over there at the bar. It appears I'm not missing much with the house special. I'm going to get up and start walking over to the bar.
Okay. Well, you're at the bar.
Oh, I thought it was at a table.
Nope.
I did too. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yep. Friend, can I buy you an ale? As I sit next to a minotaur, very oddly dressed.
You see this minotaur in nice purple robes, and as you get closer, you notice his horns have been bedazzled with gemstones. The sparkle as people open the door to the bar seems kind of out of place. He looks at you. How is it going, friend?
Oh no.
I am doing quite well.
That
It
is good. I as well.
I noticed the ornamentation on your horns. You have been doing quite well here in Verminia.
I am known as Shimmerhorn.
Ah, I see. I am known as Blaylock Rayburn.
Can we get these two a cup of coffee or something?
What
Maybe a push and
brings
speed.
you in town?
I am looking for information. It seems wherever I go, I am continually being pointed to Verminia.
I think you have come to the right place.
I would hope so. Tell me, where do you hail from?
I came in from the ships a long time ago and made my way here and was graced to become a member of the Children of Iota, and they have put me in my current station.
You have done quite well. That is excellent.
If
Before the ships, did you come from our native land? I am of the Two Rivers clan.
I was quite young when that happened, and I don't remember.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Did your family bring you here?
Yes, but they did not make the trip.
Oh, I
This,
am sorry to hear that.
the sea is a cruel master.
Indeed, it is. Take care not to irritate the deities of the sea. A lesson I have yet to learn.
I agree. I myself try not to irritate anyone of that much power. The gods must be respected.
Speaking of gods, Iota. DM, do I know anything about Iota?
You can roll a history check.
I thought I would never be able to roll a history check. Let's use that plus 10 to get a 17.
You have heard just rumblings of it. It's not one of the major gods that you hear about.
To see someone so prominent in the cult of Iota is very interesting.
Excuse me. We are not a cult. We are the children of Iota. And we strive to make sure that the order of the sun and moon don't satisfy their own agendas here in Verminia.
Neutrality. I see. Balance. Have you had any unfortunate incidences with the cult of Eastab?
I do not recall anyone from that religion.
Good. Consider yourself fortunate. Just be aware. Anyone with flamboyant purple pants, be very careful.
And he kind of smooths out his purple robes that he's wearing. I myself like that color.
I see. But one of the telltale signs of these worshippers of the sea deity Eastab is flamboyant purple pants.
I will keep that in mind.
So what brings someone of such renown to such a dwelling as this? This seems beneath your station.
We are always looking for more children to follow in Iota's footsteps. Are you and your friends interested?
I can ask them. I will not speak for them. I have not been very fortunate. I have been on the receiving end of gods, particularly Eastab.
I believe if you can help us, if my ears serve me correct, we may be able to help all of you get an audience with the king.
Does the king have the ear of the children of Iota?
We have our ways.
Interesting. Where is your temple?
That, my friend, I cannot tell you right now, as we need to be able to trust each other.
Understandable.
If you want to assist us and allow us to help you, then come back here and we will discuss our plan.
I will talk to my compatriots. What, if anything, can you divulge about this task you would have me to earn your trust?
I'm afraid, in the order of keeping secrecy, I cannot divulge, but it is a minor task. No trouble that would upset the laws of this great city.
Good. That is good. We have been here only a brief time, and upsetting the local constabulary would be unfortunate to our goals. Here, and I'll wave over to the bartender. Have a round on me.
And Leonin nods as he's got plates in his hand with various meats and breads, bringing it out to all of you. The house special. And he nods back.
One for a dear Shimmerhorn. And I'm gonna head back over to the other side of the bar.
May the sun never set on you, my friend.
And you.
And the rest of you, as Preston comes out and sets the plates down in front of you, you see it's cooked meat. It has a hue to it of unnaturalness or not great. Zormir, this looks pretty normal for the kind of stuff you eat.
Right.
But for everyone else, it looks like someone has taken spoiled meat or meat that was well past its prime and decided to cook it up.
I'm gonna chow down.
Here's the special. On the house.
Preston?
I can tell you why you called this special. This looks delicious. Grab my fork and knife and take a big chunk off of it and throw it in my mouth and start chewing.
Even for you, this isn't great.
Chewing slows down a little bit.
It's really tough and chewy and very stringy, and you're not quite sure what kind of meat it actually is.
What? Say, Preston, what is this?
Well, it's the house special, of course.
Chef doesn't reveal his secrets, I suppose.
And he looks at you and goes, shh.
I give Grayson a worrying look.
I just kind of shrug it off.
The rest of you, what, Galtier, Arlo?
I'm just staring at it and poking it with a knife to see if it moves.
It doesn't move.
I'm just gonna try to eat it.
All right. It tastes terrible. Like on top of the flavor itself, the texture is just it's worrying.
Okay, I can officially say I've never tasted anything like this, Preston.
He just gives you a wink with his one good eye. Arlo, you're getting ready to say something?
I was just say that I was watching Zoramir, and if I know Zoramir won't eat it or is making faces, I'll just pass for now.
It'll put hair on your chest.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Preston.
Yeah, no problem. Grayson, eat up.
Yeah, I'll get to that. But thank you, Preston.
No problem.
Blaylock slides in next to all of you, and Blaylock, you see this meat and bread in front of you.
It's really good, Blaylock. You should try it.
We can't hear you.
And he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I will hold on the special for now. My conversation with the Minotaur across the bar was quite revealing. It appears she may have a way of gaining access or an audience with the king.
Interesting. What
Is
makes her so special?
She is of the children of Iota. Did she say she was a priest?
Nope.
Okay.
Does that mean anything to Galtier?
Not as much, because you were really young when you were here. Grayson's aware of the two factions.
I knew about the Order of the Sun and Moon. I didn't. Did I know about the Children of Iota?
They were here a long time ago, but not as prominent.
Yes, the Order of the Sun and Moon are the ones that would give the contracts to kill the undead and keep the roads clear.
But what of Iota? Well, she is not. She has trust issues. Will not tell me anything further unless she were to trust us. She has a task for us, but will not reveal what it is yet.
I'm not quite sure you want to get into bed with another group right now.
I agree. Every dealing we've had with a deity has ended poorly.
Correct. Maybe we just need to find out more about what they are about.
Maybe.
We just walked into town.
It is quite convenient that we stumble on someone clearly above the station of such a tavern of ill repute as this. I look over at what's his name? Pridesmore?
Preston.
Preston. Yeah. Hoping he's not overhearing me because he does seem like a nice fellow. But she is it is interesting that she finds herself here.
Something to look into.
Yes. Maybe once we're done with this glorious meal, we can see what she has to offer.
Maybe she's just here to recruit people.
Well, it would seem that is the case.
I find it
Yes.
strange that she wouldn't tell you what the task is.
Not unless we were all there.
That makes it even more.
I could tell her, no, thank you, maybe another time.
I just think it's odd that she's overhearing our conversation and then all of a sudden has a way in with the king.
Agreed. Zormir, Altair, Arlo, your thoughts?
I think maybe we should try our other options first. See what else is available to us before we take on any more responsibilities.
We should take it slow in a place like this.
Leela, how good is your hearing?
Well, enough.
Would you say normal for a Minotaur, worse for a Minotaur, better for a Minotaur?
I am rather young and spry, and I would say normal for a Minotaur.
So if you're sitting where she's sitting, would you be able to hear what we were saying?
Did you hear what I was saying when I was over there?
Did I notice what he was saying, or was it too busy?
You heard them talking, but paying no real attention to what was being said.
Now I wasn't concentrating on what you were talking, so I didn't really overhear it. And it could just be the fact that we are new people in this tavern, so she is focusing on what we were talking about.
Minotaurs and Dragonborn are an oddity.
You say that when there's another Minotaur right there.
Yes, but we still have a tendency to stand out. 2 diamonds in a rough are still special because of their uniqueness.
Oh, I'm unique.
I could just be thinking too much into it. It's an option on the table that we can keep on it.
I say let's hear what she has to say.
Question
I'm
is, if
kind
she
of
gonna tell
curious
us,
now.
will she tell us right here, or does she want us to go somewhere to tell us?
Here, I will stop with all of these questions. And I'm going to yell, friend Shimmerhorn, please come join us.
And they get up from the bar and they walk down to where you're at, and you see this very finely dressed Minotaur with bedazzled gems on its horns. Yes, fellow Minotaur, how can I be of assistance?
The real question is, how can we be of assistance to earn your trust?
Well, are you saying you want to accept my offer?
I'm saying I'd like to hear your offer.
I offer you membership into the Children of Iota, and once you pass our initiation and you help us, we will help get you the audience with the king.
Well, my dear
Right,
Shimmerhorn,
about that.
I am not a fan of joining up with any more deities.
Oh, don't get us wrong. We may be the children, but we do not actively worship a deity. It's more a choice of name than a religion.
If you aren't worshiping, then what is the purpose of the group, cult?
Sometimes you just need a catchy name.
What is it you exactly that you do?
We help keep the city under control from the other bad groups that seek to dethrone the king.
Have you ever considered in any of your group meetings, say, getting like a language or speech therapist involved? Could maybe help you convey your message a little bit more efficiently.
I'm going to step on his foot.
I have never thought of that.
Only luck.
Is my dialect hard to understand?
No, it's almost too easy to understand.
We will have to think about this and get back to you.
I understand. It's not a decision you should take lightly. Some like to just live in town, oblivious to what goes on, and others seek to make the island a better place.
What are your opinions when it comes to the children of Vossith?
They should all be destroyed.
Well, that we have in common.
Something we can agree on.
You guys doing anything to destroy them?
We do not see them here often, or if they are here, they do not make themselves known.
Well, that is one in your favor. I would like to respectfully put this offer on hold. We have just arrived and have much to do before we can immerse ourselves in the escapades of the children and their responsibility here.
Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind.
Here?
I will be here.
Fair
Is
enough.
this the only place you are?
I am here a lot.
Interesting. Well, everyone, believe we need to find a place to bed down for the evening.
What time is it?
Isn't it? It's like just
Yeah,
noon.
it's maybe just past noon.
Laylock is
Still
tired.
procure
Real
some
tired.
I would like to do some work.
lodging and maybe take a stroll through the shopping
Setting up
district.
lodging wouldn't be a bad idea.
May
There
I
is a
suggest you stay at the Old Boot? It's close and affordable for new travelers.
Yeah,
Are the
thank you.
rooms as good as the food and ale in this tavern?
At least comparable.
Hmm.
Are there any other taverns? Just out of curiosity, not taverns, inns. Out of curiosity.
The Bright Star for a lavish stay, or Tendra's Den.
Hunter's Den. That sounds like it offers more than just room and board.
It offers many amenities that some find comforting.
What does everybody think? Should we check out one of those?
We should
Yeah.
make our decision on our way around as we travel around the city. We have a map. I'll hold up the map.
You don't need to pretend you're a tourist.
Just unfold the map, and I'm just looking at it.
Okay, Dad.
Tell me where to go. Matt.
Preston, thank you very much for your hospitality. It is lovely to see you again. We will be around.
It always does me good to see you, Grayson, but come back when you're ready to spend some more money.
That we will do.
I'll keep my ear to the ground.
That is very helpful.
I didn't say it wouldn't cost you.
Only if. Until we meet again, Preston.
Have a good one. Enjoy the castle.
All right, gentlemen. I
We
head
go for
out.
a stroll.
Right? You heading back into town?
Yeah.
Grayson,
Yeah,
our
there's
tour-
quite a. What was that?
You're our tour guide.
Well, I have been here. Anyway, shopping needs. There's an apothecary. We have a smithy, a leather worker, a clothing shop, a toy store, a pet shop,
Pet shop?
meats and veggies, a jewelry store, enchanting store, and of course there's also the bank. These are the majority of commerce here. I did not need much from any of them. I spent most of my time with the leather workers. But we need to get your gear repaired. We need to see if we can't find whatever gems Laylock still needs.
Need to get my sword looked at.
Oh, you overheard me talking to Leo. Oh dear. Yes, many gems.
Well, I did count at least 3.
Yes.
Say, what sort of pets does that pet store sell?
I do not know. I never went in. I'm sure they've got dogs and cats.
Oh, those kind of pets. Not the adventurers kind of pets, I presume.
I don't know. They may. This is a large hub.
Perhaps an owl or a bird of sorts that I could train to go off into the distance for searching. Might have to check that place out.
I suggest we go get our lodging first. I do suggest at least Tendra's Den for now. Like I said, the Bright Star is a much nicer hotel or inn, but we look like peasants. So until we get ourselves cleaned up a bit, pretty sure we won't be able to rent a room from there.
Hey, Blaylock, you can use that fancy hat you have.
I could. It is more for aesthetic purposes. It accentuates my remaining horn.
Well, I'm just saying, we do not look the part. And if we do get a audience with the royalty, we're going to have to dress like we're royalty.
Does that mean I have to take a bath?
That means you have to take a bath.
Another bath within the week. Well, let's head on over to Tendra's Den.
The way they're talking about the castle being locked up right now for security measures, we don't know when we'll even be able to do that.
I'm sure I could get in there.
No.
No.
Oh, right, okay.
Most of your choices are flogging or death. If you want to try doing anything like that.
Oh, we'll be good this trip.
Make
Do
that your
not-
mantra.
Do not upset or insult any of the upper class while you're here. If you take a look at your rules, even that.
Logging
Class.
is ensued.
What does upper class exactly? How do I tell who's upper class? From where I come, everybody is
will
equal.
know. No, you will definitely know. Just look
Keep your
around you
hands-
as we're walking around.
You could point one out as we walk by. That would be very helpful.
I look around. How many people are? Well, so we're not in the shitty side anymore. So
Yeah, you're near the shopping area, and you can see various well-dressed people. Some of them with umbrellas, even though it's a sunny day out, shading themselves. Some of them being carted around on two-wheel carts, being drawn by someone else.
Why do they have umbrellas? It's not raining.
Upper class. Basically all you need to know.
Interesting.
They get snooty.
They seem weak.
Full.
Easy to take. Nope. Nope. Nope.
I'm telling you, Zormir, be mindful.
Do we want to go secure rooms and leave some of our packs there? Supplies? Just walk around with what we need?
No,
Wash
I
up?
don't know. We'll take it from there.
Right
I start
now,
heading
you're
towards-
pretty much near the shopping district. So it's your choice.
Well, I'll go ahead and find a weaponsmith to have him look at my sword.
Okay. Arlo just took off.
Okay. All right, Arlo, you're heading there. Where's the rest of you going? Zormir, where are you going?
I need to pick up a bunch of ingredients for potions.
Okay. So where would you be going?
I guess what shop is selling that?
You would need to find out.
Okay, I'm gonna announce to the group that I am going off to find ingredients for potions. And anybody is welcome to tag along.
I would seek out the apothecary. I will join you.
All right. So Blaylock
Great.
and Zormir are looking for the apothecary.
I guess then we'll just meet up at Kendra's den when you're all done.
I would say, Grace, if you want to go to the den, I'll keep an eye on them since I do know how to get back to the den from here. Because that's effectively on the map. But
Can do that.
All right.
Just if I'm not there when you get there, I will have already paid for the rooms, and I will tell them that it is under my name.
okay.
All right.
And I'll
So
head,
Galtier,
I'll head off towards the end. Yeah.
Okay. Galtier, where are you headed? Which party are you chasing down
I'm
first?
heading off with Blaylock and Z since Arlo already kind of took off and
Okay.
Have you come to join us at the apothecary?
well, I could pick up some stuff from them, and I do need to find a armorer. But I also know how to get back to a den, so I figured I would come with you guys so you don't get too lost.
All right. Arlo, you look around and see several shops and signs around. It's a pretty overwhelming sight of what you see, and you see a familiar sign, and you can hear the sound of a smithy, and you see an anvil on a sign, and the place is called Farron's Beard, and you would guess that that's the smithy.
Sounds like a place I need to go.
All right. You walk inside and you see various implements of weapon and war, metal armor, and those things hanging from the wall. You can smell the heated metal and hear the clang of a hammer, but you don't see anyone currently working a counter of any sort.
I'll just kind of speak up. Day, anybody here?
Well, just a moment.
And before long, you hear this box being dragged across the floor. And you see this small gnomish man with a long beard. The beard is split into 4 small braids at the end with intricate beads holding them together. Within strands of the beard, you can see gold's been weaved in, and his mustache is grown out and swirled into 2 big loops. His hair is a dark brown, and he wears a small red hat, and his face is covered in soot and things from the anvil.
I'm Farron. Farron Longleaf. How can I be of assistance to you today?
Well, I'll pull my sword, sheath and all,
Well, that
Lay it
looks
up on-
terrible.
It needs some help.
What did you do to it?
Well, fighting bad guys, monsters, got nicked up a little bit.
This is nicked up. You gotta
Well-
take care of your things. You gotta take them and be nice to them, and you have to caress them and make them feel all safe and happy.
Well, with your expertise, I imagine you can caress it back to its the original shape.
Oh, I'm sure I can. I'm the best there ever was.
Well, that's a good start. How much for you to fix it, polish it, sharpen it?
So he's taking a look at it, and which blade is this? This is your
Harath bars.
Okay. I would have to look back at the cost for level 2 sharpening. So barring that, he takes a look at it, and you see him put his ear to it.
Oh, I can't believe he did that. That sounds terrible.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
and he just gives you a dirty look.
Yeah, I can fix it. I don't know if I should the way you treat it, but yeah, it's you're probably looking at probably $250 just to get it fixed, and then if you want to maintain any kind of magical properties within the blade, and then if you need it sharpened, that's going to be an additional charge on top of that.
250 gold to fix this.
Yeah, and it's going to take me some time. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill sword. I don't see this kind of sword very often. Gotta be
So if
very
you're-
gentle.
Well, if you're as good as you say you are, can you give me? So let's say this was fixed, there was nothing wrong with it. Then what's the appraisal on this?
To sell it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
just curious, mind you.
Probably 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
I'd have to appraise it. It'd take me a while to appraise.
All right. How about $200? How about 200 gold for you to fix it? And we'll forgo the sharpening for right now.
Make a persuasion check.
Goody. $21.
I don't usually work that cheap. But for you, I guess today, 200 gold.
Well, I appreciate it. How long are we talking?
Why, at least 3 or 4 days.
Very well. Then let's make it happen.
All right. Toss your money and I'll get working, honey.
I usually pay after so I can inspect the work.
I don't work. You must be new to Verminia. Yeah, we don't do work without gold up front. Sorry.
Well, how about half of it up front?
How about all of it up front?
Hmm.
These are 2 really great ideas, but mine sounds better.
Well, I bet it does.
You don't have to
All right.
worry. I'm insured by the Bank of Verminia itself. Nothing
Uh-huh.
shady going on here.
All right, I'll do it.
So you put the gold up.
Yep.
He takes it,
I appreciate you doing business. I will take great care of it.
and he gently takes the blade and takes it back and like pulls a cloth out and lays it down across one of the shelves and sets it gently on the shelf. You can tell that he takes his work very seriously.
Well, I appreciate that. Taking care of it. It's been in my family for many generations.
I can tell. It's very old and a very unique design.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, well, I do have some of my traveling companions. They will probably be in here within the next day shortly to also peruse what you have.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you. And I'll turn around and leave.
All right. While that's going on, the rest of you, you see the sign for Apothecaria Unlimited. And among all the commotion of the street, you head inside, and you can hear the bubbling of potions and different brews, and there's different vials of things all over the wall. One moment here.
Well, Zormir, anything you need?
So much stuff in here. Oh, this is a cool shop. Do I see a shopkeeper?
Yes. You see a very rotund guy, bald head, real thin chin line beard, kind of like a green tunic, and he looks about as round as he is tall, and each step he just kind of waddles back and forth, and his cheeks are a little bit rosy and a small rounded nose, and he almost seems like he has a permanent smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees you come in. Welcome. I am so glad that you're here. My name is Theron Shorman, and it looks like you need some assistance here today.
Yeah, I figured I'd come and give you my shopping list instead of swiping them off of your shelves and slinking into the darkness like I usually. Oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Ignore that.
Well, that was really concerning.
That's in my past. I don't do that anymore. Just ask my friends. It's in the past. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that to you. I am a honest traveler. I've been experimenting a little bit with making some potions. I found this book that has, it took me a little bit of time to read it, but has some potions I'd like to try and brew up. And I present him a handwritten list of notes of the ingredients I need for all of the potions that I've learned. Do you happen to carry any of these in your wonderful store here?
And he peruses all these. Some of these are very rare. Very rare. I carry a lot of them, but they're going to be expensive.
Perhaps you could arrange a bulk purchase discount.
Maybe. Let's see.
Presumably you don't get travelers in here very often purchasing this quantity of rare ingredients.
Oh, my dear boy, it's Castle Verminia. We got all sorts of travelers that take this kind of thing.
I suppose it is a big castle. This is my first time here.
Oh, it is, you say? So how many of each item?
For right now, I'm going to get enough to make one of each. Which on the regular market totals about 519 gold.
Okay. But this isn't a regular market. All right. And that's where we're going to end tonight as we add up all of that. So, I mean, there we go. The town is gone. Thank you all for stopping by tonight. Appreciate the sub Tricky and Blanco for the healing on Galtier. And yeah, time for sleep. My voice needs a rest. Yeah, I spent a long time. This town has everything. So appreciate you all coming out, being back with us. If you missed the beginning, I'll bring these back out. One, this is our new logo. We're super excited about that. So you'll see that replace the old shirts will go away, and this will be the new shirt on there. And then if you missed the shirts, we have 2 new shirts. Our pixel icons on there. We've got the whole team. We're pretty proud of that. So if you missed those, and then we'll put everything up there. Oh, there we go. All right. So appreciate you coming out. We'll be with you next Monday. All of you take care, be safe, and root for the Bengals. Anyways, have a great night, and we'll see you in the dungeon soon. Take care.
Mm.